Welcome to this friendship circle, guys. My name is Lakshin. I'm our operational assistant at NCircle, and I use they, them pronouns. To start off, I'm going to read off our rules just so everybody knows what our friendship circles are like. So we have disabled the record setting for this chat room, and we can't guarantee the confidentiality of this meeting because other recording devices may be in use. If you wish to remain anonymous at this time, we ask that you engage with NCircle in other ways while the resource centers are closed. And then for other ways to engage with NCircle, follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and subscribe to our newsletter. And then another rule is you must show your face in the chat room and use your name and pronouns. If you wish to remain anonymous, please engage with us in different ways. To promote a safer environment, what is said in the group stays in the group. We recognize that some members may not wish to be identified outside a group. If seen out of NCircle, facilitators will not engage with participants. Accept each other without making judgments, listen to each other, give everyone the opportunity to share, and be mindful of the length of time that you are speaking. Avoid interrupting or having side conversations, and silence all cell phones. Be supportive, validating, and encouraging to others, and be respectful and sensitive to others. And then be mindful of oversharing details about traumatic-related instances that could be triggering. At the end of group, we'll be filling out surveys. If you have any questions, concerns, please tell us in those surveys. And then NCircle staff are the only ones that will have access to those. All right, guys, I'm gonna have everybody introduce themselves and their pronouns. If you could share how you're feeling, that'd be great. All right, and we'll start with Savannah.
Hi, I'm Savannah. I use she, her pronouns, and I'm okay.
I'm Rachel. I also use she, her pronouns. I'm feeling pretty all right today.
My name is Tyler. I use he, him pronouns, and I'm feeling pretty good today.
My name is Lauren. I use she, her pronouns, and I'm doing all right.
All right, sounds good. Does anyone have anything that they've brought into the friendship circle that they want to talk about today? Let's start with Savannah and just go down that same row.
Not particularly.
Okay.
No.
You're feeling okay?
Yeah, I'm feeling pretty
All right,
okay.
love that. Rachel?
Yeah, I actually do have something. I just got diagnosed with COVID actually. And so I was going to talk about like kind of the struggle of it, how it's been like recently, just like a week ago. So I've been living in it for a little bit, but like physically I'm okay. The symptoms are really mild for me. But it's like mentally, it's been pretty harsh. Especially because before this, I was like still working. I was going to the store. I would go on like walks and stuff. Whereas now I just like have to stay inside, and I'm mostly in my room because I do have a roommate. And so I kind of have to even quarantine within my apartment to my room. So it's been kind of like, it's been pretty difficult for me trying to adjust to the new situation I'm in, especially like mentally. So that's kind of what's been going on for me this week.
What have you been doing to like take up your time?
I've been watching a lot of Netflix. I'm not gonna lie.
I love it.
Super productive. Just kind of, finding ways to fill the time has been pretty difficult because it's just like all day. There's not much you can do in your apartment all day. Yeah. At least for me. I don't know. Have you guys had to like come up with different things to do like while in social isolation?
I picked up crocheting and I crocheted a huge blanket, so
that's so fun. Tyler, how are you doing? Did you bring anything to the circle?
Well, I kind of been struggling a lot with this whole quarantine stuff because I just graduated from like college, moved back to Salt Lake City. I was living in some small isolated town, it felt like, and so I was looking forward to like coming back and like kind of jumping in, getting out there, putting myself out there, starting dating, different things like that. And so it's been kind of lonely, but these have helped a lot. So that's been good.
And that's kind of tough to like come from that environment and then to come out to Salt Lake and be excited to finally be doing things and like dating, and then to have COVID to kill it. COVID is getting in the way of everything, guys. And I'm so sorry. How are your guys' schools adapting? Are you guys going to be going back to school? Are you taking more courses come fall?
Well, I'm not in school right now. I'm really glad that I wasn't taking any classes when COVID hit because that would have sucked. And my therapist and I were talking about my ADHD and dealing with online classes. And we decided that if I have to do online classes in the fall, I'm definitely going to need some form of medication because I will not be able to do it.
Online
otherwise.
courses
So,
are tough. It's hard to get motivated as well when we're all, I don't know, it's just, COVID really is just this looming feeling, and it's hard to be motivated.
Yeah, I'm looking to find a new job, and so it's been like a little difficult for me to like figure out which jobs I want to apply to, because a lot like aren't hiring right now just because of everything going on. So it kind of limits like the opportunities for me. So
It's honestly same thing. I just graduated looking for a professional job, and no one's hiring, or everyone's looking for a job. So you have to be super qualified to get the job. So, but I've kind of caved, and I'm starting to look for jobs that are higher risk, like cashiering and stuff like that. So that's kind of where I'm at, which has caused more stress. But I think another big thing is just getting my mask to stay on in public.
Oh gosh, yeah.
Tight in my ears. Yeah.
I lose all ability to like connect with people socially when I'm wearing a mask. I just can't.
mhm.
But people will tell me things. I'm like, no, I don't know what you're saying. Lauren, I don't think we got to you.
Oh yeah, what was the question? It's been so long.
Yeah, no, you're so good. What worries or challenges does the current moment carry for you? Like, what are you worried about?
I'd probably just say staying motivated, because having so much free time with not much to do, it's gonna be real hard when I have to, work full time again. I'm worried that I'm not gonna be able to handle it.
What's been your self-care during social distancing? What have you guys been doing? And we'll start with Savannah again. Sorry, Savannah, to keep picking on you.
I've been taking a lot of naps because I haven't been able to sleep because anxiety and ADHD. So I take naps, and my therapist said it counts as self-care, so I'm not mad about it. And I've been baking. I baked these like cinnamon roll twisty things the other day. They were so good. Oh my gosh. So good.
have you seen Great British Bake Off?
Yes.
Yes.
Like that's my self-care, is just watching Great British Bake Off.
Is it
I
good?
support that.
Wholesome, you know what I'm saying?
All right, guys. Okay. What role does community and connection play in your LGBTQ life here in Utah?
So having community, specifically the LGBTQ community in my life, has been really wonderful because I was raised religious. I went to a religious school, and the first year at the school, I didn't really have any queer friends, and I felt very isolated because I had like theater friends, and they were great, they were wonderful, but like going to rehearsal with theater friends is very different from like just hanging out with like your chosen family, you know what I mean? Because like having that universal queer experience of just like being part of the community like deepens friendships different than like with straight people, you know what I mean?
Absolutely. You have people that identify similarly to you. And Rachel, what are you thinking?
Yeah. For me, connection within the queer community was super vital to my coming out process. It was something I was like super scared of in my coming out process, was losing my community, because I was raised a member of, the church, and pretty much everyone in my life and in my community is a member. And so, coming out and losing all those connections was super scary for me. And so it was definitely super vital to make those connections at the beginning of my coming out process. And I feel like I've made really good friends that I can, talk to daily about things that concern me within like the queer community. So it's been super helpful to make those connections for sure.
Yeah. I'm glad you have those. And I'm sorry that COVID has stopped the in-person aspect of that. But I hope you're still able to chat with everyone.
Definitely, yeah.
I definitely think my queer friends have made me more able to live authentically, and not having queer support. I'm so lucky to have a queer roommate, but I don't know what I would be doing if I was at home. Like, I could not imagine. Tyler?
Yeah, so I don't know. This is kind of a hard question, because I feel like I find myself a lot, at least because I came from that small town. Right after I came out, I moved to small town Cedar City and went to college there. And so it was like, I almost felt like my community in the LGBT community was kind of like stunted because of that. And I never really got to build those connections in such a prime time. But now I'm like, again, this whole coronavirus halted all my plans and how I wanted to really just dive in and really get to know more people. So it's kind of still in its beginning stages, even though I came out like 3 years ago. So
I'm happy to hear that. Like, that's what we hope these friendship circles do, because we get to expose more queer people to more queer people, and we get to talk to each other and make connections. And I'm glad we've been able to do that for you, and hopefully things end soon. And
yes,
we can all meet in person here in the house again, and that'll be so much fun.
can't wait.
So bad.
Lauren?
Yeah, so that's definitely a great question. I think just having, being a member of the LGBTQ plus community makes it easier to kind of find people you have at least one thing in common with, because it's kind of hard to make friends, especially as an adult. If you're not going to school, how do people make friends? I still don't know. But I think trying to go to activities for other people who are either allies or queer or still deciding, just having that kind of struggle in common with other people definitely makes it easier to be more genuine with people, to open up to other people, and make new friends.
Absolutely. Well, thanks for joining us today, guys, at this friendship circle. For our checkout, I would love everyone to share their name again, their pronouns, and how they're feeling, and if the friendship circle was good for them today. And we'll start with Savannah again, just because that's the rows I have on my laptop. I'm so sorry.
I'm Savannah. I use she, her pronouns, and I'm doing great.
I'm Rachel. I also use she, her pronouns, and I'm also feeling pretty good.
I'm Tyler, and I use he, him pronouns, and I'm feeling connected. I'm feeling good.
Good, good.
I'm Lauren. I use she, her, and like Tyler, I'm also feeling more connected.
Good. I'm glad to hear that, guys. Thank you. Well, thanks for joining. I was hoping everyone would fill out the survey at the end. The survey is just ncircletogether.org/online survey. If you go in there and just provide your feedback, answer those questions, then we'll know what to do to make our friendship circles better. Thanks for participating. Love it. See you guys.